to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to the show that Podcast Magazine called an okay podcast. It is That Wrestling Podcast. Brian's here, Joe's here, Kevin is T-balling today, and that's not a euphemism for sex. His kid has a T-ball game. So I had this whole thing scripted out of what we were going to talk about, and SummerSlam, and my time in Chicago. And then the ESPN news popped up. Brian is our business
outsider, insider,
in finger quotes, aficionado. So it came out on Wednesday morning that moving in 2026, I believe starting around WrestleMania. I don't think it's Royal Rumble. I think it does start around where all of the PLEs will be moving towards to ESPN. There's a new product, direct-to-consumer product, coming out August 21st. And WWE is a big part of course. They also bought the NFL network. And, you know, I'm so paranoid that they're going to put Stephen A. Smith on Red Zone. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
And I definitely don't want to see Stephen A. Smith walking Otis to the ring. I don't want to see that either. So hopefully ESPN will stay away from my WWE. But Brian, you've done your homework, you've done the research, and you can probably answer a lot of the questions that Joe and I might have. Plus, shut up all the assholes on the For You section of Twitter, which I have deleted my personal Twitter. I'm done.
Congratulations.
With that horse shit.
This worked out perfectly because I was coming back from Arizona. My flight lands at 6:30 in the morning, and it was a non-Wi-Fi flight. So as soon as I turn on my phone, all these alerts are coming in about this ESPN WWE deal. So I was like, whoa, look at this. And then, you know, we talked about it with the Hogan passing, having the Pro Wrestling Nation on Sirius. Like I had a 2.5 hour drive to Grand Rapids, so I could just listen to that and just take it all in. It was like, woo, I'm really invested in this. So I put together, kind of a what this is, what it is, and what it is not. So these are the basics I have, taken from everything I've read and listened to. So this is a 5-year deal, and it's going to be for 10 WWE PLEs a year. So I think the 10 is standard, but let's say if they added a PLE not in the rotation, like Evolution, that's not part of the deal. Maybe it gets added on, or maybe another network picks it up, something like that. So interesting note there. Like you said, Jay, this should begin in 2026, starting with WrestleMania 42. So the wrestling fans out there who worrying about paying and everything, you've got till April to really figure this out for wrestling purposes. So plenty of time. This one I thought was really interesting in the press release. Select PLEs will simulcast on ESPN's linear platform. So that's ESPN or ESPN2. So even though they're that...
They did say anything about ABC? Like on ABC networks?
It did not. All
right, so just ESPN and then the
I would hate for it to be on ABC, because if you think there's a lot of commercials on Saturday Night's Main Event, that's network TV. There would have to be more commercials.
Well, they do run UFCs on ABC from time to time, and the commercials there are very limited because they got a 1 minute in between rounds. The commercial stuff there. So go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
Exactly. No, that's a great question. The cost is $29 a month or $299 a year. I've also seen it looks like you can bundle it with Disney Plus and Hulu. I'm seeing that would be $35.99 a month. I'm going to wait until this all gets underway to really know that, because I'm seeing conflicting stuff. We were texting yesterday about like Hulu Live is going away. There's a whole lot still to figure out with that. And kind of related to that, I'm putting this as some cable subscribers will get this ESPN service automatically and some will not, because I've seen the list of YouTube TV and charter cable, all these different ones, and people are like, yes, they will. No, they won't. Just know, again, some we're going to get it, and some, as of now, are not. But again, we'll launch August 21st, so then we'll know a little bit more. Also, ESPN has the opportunity to stream the pre and post shows, so those may be going to that network as well. So that's what it is.
Okay.
Just a couple quick things of what it is not. This is not the wrestling archive of Peacock. This is just the PLEs going to the ESPN service. This is not, I want to go back and watch Mania 33. Can't do that on this. Along with that, too, this doesn't cover the NXT PLEs, which are still on Peacock. So the theory is those are going to be up for a whole separate package, whether together, NXT one, the archives another. There's certainly a lot of theory that maybe that will be a permanent thing on YouTube. WWE's been doing that Vault, right?
The Vault channels are great.
Yes.
I'm not sure how it's going to work with, if you scroll down Peacock now, if you just type in, it's like, the territories, and, you can go watch a WCW Nitro from 96. You can literally go to that straight one. So I don't know how it's going to work. Like, is it going to be that on YouTube where every territory is going to be its own playlist, maybe? Or perhaps it's just, what I would love. Remember how on WWE Network, they would just be programming 24/7.
Yes, a live channel.
You never knew what you were going to see when you turned on the network, and I love that. But Peacock doesn't do that.
But doesn't the Vault do that? Because when Hogan passed away, I turned it on the Vault, and they had a live stream of just random Hogan matches, which was better than just trying to find ones I wanted to watch.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, anytime you just go to the we'll say WWE Vault.
But Peacock has a channel on there. It's on their live. If you go to their live channels, there's a WWE channel. It basically just plays a best of WWE this week, or like the highlights of Charlotte Flair's career. Like, it's not like the old network where it was shows. It was just playlists. So they do have a channel on Peacock. It's just not it's not as good.
It's not prominent, though. You're right.
And it's not publicized because
it's like way at the bottom, past like the King of Queens channel.
Yeah, it's way at the bottom. All right,
way at the bottom. I don't get past that. I'm a big Doug Heffernan fan.
Law and Order, Alaskan Outrage.
Yeah.
So Island.
What are your thoughts? I mean, certainly for us as a fan perspective, I think the biggest thing to take away is the cost. $29.99 or $29 a month, $2.99 a year. And of course, people are like, "Oh, the original network was $9.99."
This is where I have the problem. Yeah. In April of 2014, we got the WWE Network for $9.99, everything included. Then it went to Peacock in I don't know, what are we at, 21 or 22 maybe?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
And then it was $9.99 or maybe $15.99 if you do a commercial free. The WWE is a business. They don't owe you anything. And these losers online are just losing their mind. And I'm like, guys, it's a fucking business. Oh, they're alienating their fans. Well, yeah, they probably are. There might be some that can't afford that. And I get it. But like, the tickets for the live events have outpriced the customer. A lot of them. But guess what? There's other fans that can't afford to go and do go. And there are no more seats to put butts in because they are always sold out. So for me, I will pay the $30 because I love the WWE and I want to watch. So I'm going to watch. And these people online complaining, thinking that the WWE owes them something. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Joe, what was your takeaways?
I agree with you, Jason, with the it's a business. That's what it is. It's a business, and it's a very hot business right now. And it's a very sought after business, especially in the sports market, because A, they are making money hand over fist, and B, they don't have an off season. So if you're someone like ESPN, who's also a business, who's trying to find this new streaming service, you need to find a product that never stops. Like you can have the peak NFL season and the peak NBA season and the peak WNBA season. But what about those dog days of summer that was for you, Jason? What about those dog days of summer where there's nothing? What are they going to
yeah.
show? I mean, how many times have I turned on ESPN over the weekend and they're showing cornhole? I'm like, come
Right.
on.
Slippery
No one.
stairs.
Slippery
Yes,
Stairs
slippery
is a good
stairs.
one. Pillow
But-
fighting was on the other day.
Yeah, national pillow fighting, disc
Mhm.
golf, which Kevin loves. Like
And they call it the Ocho, which is
Mhm.
Hide and
awesome from
seek.
Dodgeball.
there is hide and seek. There is Tetris. There's so many dumb things. And with the current trend, they're gonna start throwing the the dildo toss as
Gosh.
part of their games of what's been going on at the
Stop.
WNBA.
Stop with that.
Three
Now with
times. Three
now,
times it's happened. There are
I-
betting odds that of what color dildo is the next one to be thrown.
oh my God.
I'm not making that up.
Now when it comes to the cost,
Yeah.
I think because when I was reading it as well, like they said, YouTube Live, Hulu Live, which isn't going away, just the Hulu app is going away. Hulu Live, which is like their cable service, is still going on. And if you have that, you get this product, which I'm fine with because that's what I have. But Peacock, I don't pay the extra because they give a teacher discount. So I only pay $2 a month, which is awesome. You just have
Nice.
to have an education, you just have a school email to put it through. But Peacock hooks up teachers. So
I don't even know what Peacock costs because
you got a guy on the inside.
I got a guy.
You got a guy who's
Hey,
doing
forget
a little
about
bit
it.
of payback here.
Exactly. You
But I'm
scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah.
Now the archives is and the original programming is what I'm concerned with, because YouTube's not exactly super easy to find. Like you said, Jason, they better have playlists, but it's not as easy. I would love for ESPN to shell out some more to get the rest of the archives as well and set it up like how user friendly was the WWE network compared
the
to
best.
So
Peacock.
good.
So
Yeah.
good.
Like I feel ESPN, the Disney company, can do it right again. Peacock, nice, but not as good. I want to see it go back to being user friendly, a better interface.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see? At Disneyland, under the lights, Mickey Mouse versus Cody Rhodes. It has to happen. They have to incorporate WWE into the amusement parks. And
Okay.
Joe, you will lose your mind, Joe, because you're going to have everything you love in one spot.
First off, related but not completely, but they have the haunted horror nights with like the Bray Wyatt
that's a
family.
Universal.
No, that's a
exactly.
Universal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
different.
I meant, but now that there's some theme park integration, like that's now a thing. To that point, Jay, this was brought up listening to Jonathan Coachman on Wednesday talking about the deal, and he asked, "What sort of influence will Disney/ESPN have on the programming content of the PLEs?" And I think on the surface, you might go, they'll just let them do what they want to do. And as he put it, I don't know a world where somebody has shelled out $325 million and not have an opinion on what happens with that money.
Well, I mean, as long as we get Roman Reigns' rocket ride at the park, I'm in.
Is there any, though? I think you guys would know this a little better being Disney guys like you are, as far as like the integration of Marvel, Star Wars. Like, I think a lot of people still have the older Disney guard of like, oh no, like WWE program's going to be rated G. Like, you can't do that on Disney. I think with these other integrations, I think Disney's kind of said, they're doing their thing. It's good. Like, we're not going to really make the content super family friendly. Is that any worry about that?
This is such a small, minuscule portion of the WWE umbrella. They're getting 10 PLEs. They're not getting Raw. That's on Netflix. They're not getting SmackDown. That's still on USA. They don't have the archives. That's still on Peacock, I think, for the time being. And if not, it will be on YouTube, which is part of Google. So it's like TKO is an umbrella. And this is just a small portion. They may have shelled out a lot of money. They may have shelled out 60 to 70% more than Peacock shelled out with the first deal for way less.
Yep.
Yeah, way less.
Awesome.
That's what's interesting.
But,
way less. So we're not going to get a WWE experience at Disney Springs, which I would love to get rid of that NBA experience and like change that.
Oh, the
Make
NBA
Disney
experience has been gone for years.
I know, but I still miss Disney Quest, so I'm old school on that one. But
Well,
have
look,
something like that at Disney Springs, fine. You get a store for WWE year round.
yeah.
That's all
Well,
you get.
of course, I'm kidding about like the Roman Reigns Rocket
Right.
Ride or the Seth Rollins Slingshot or whatever. But if this is
The Cody Carousel.
profitable, Cody Carousel's another good one. I couldn't think of any more in my brain here. The Lyra log ride. I don't know.
Right, log jammer.
Until yeah, I think if this is profitable, who's to say Disney just doesn't buy the WWE in 5 years? And then we will definitely get the amusement parks and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Like I really don't see it as that big of a deal. It's just another play. People bitched when it went to Peacock. Then guess what? Everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like change. They're all bitches.
Yeah.
People
when it comes to
complained when the
change.
network came up because it's like, oh, $9.99 a month, but then they realized at the time pay-per-views were involved. It's like, oh, okay, I'm
Yeah.
in. Because at first you're like, I'm not gonna buy that. Because I
It,
think they tried this 20 years ago with the on demand
On
on
demand.
Comcast, the
yeah.
24/7 channel.
Yep.
Like it's
I,
just it's the way of the business now. You
And
got to
that's
yeah.
move on.
a great point about okay, $29 a month. And yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, the WrestleMania 30 when the network launched, if you were to buy the pay-per-view and not have the network buy it was $50 to $60 because it was always more for HD. It's like $5 or $10 more.
Yeah.
So we're talking what 11 years ago now, and you're still paying less than what you would have if you were to be buying WrestleMania. I'm hoping to just like if the archives do leave Peacock, yeah, right now I looked up my subscription, $16.99 a month. So yeah, I could certainly see come April, bye Peacock. I get that, and I get the ESPN package. So okay, now I'm paying $12 more a month than I was for the last whatever year that when this pricing went in to Peacock. It ain't that big of a deal. I get it. Times are tough. You know, you spend your money on what you need to do. But when I looked at it like that, I'm like, okay, this ain't that bad.
And for the people
And
bitching about this, the AEW weirdos, they pay $50 for their
Right,
pay-per-views.
right. Absolutely.
And
that's what I
that's
was
not
just
even
about to get to.
the streaming stuff that's on Max.
Mm-hmm.
Their pay-per-views are on Prime now. So
Yep.
like it's just people bitching because they don't like change and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Brian, you did a great job wrapping all that up.
Thanks. The
So
only thing I didn't mention, sorry, Jay, and this was just, I heard this in an interview on Busted Open that Brandon Thurston, who runs WrestleNomics, says that he's told that select sports centers will be
yes.
live from the PLEs. And that's the one thing that we haven't talked about is just like ESPN hasn't been involved really in the WWE world. Maybe for a brief time. I feel like a decade ago they would do like some interviews and stuff like that. Um, it's going to be
Typically during
interesting.
ESPN, typically during WrestleMania week, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be really interesting from a publicity standpoint, from a programming standpoint about, when it's a Monday night football game next season and they're promoting the upcoming PLE. Like it's a whole thing. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how that looks out.
Well, with talking about PLEs going to ESPN, let's talk about a PLE that aired on Peacock this past weekend. That would be SummerSlam. Now, I did not watch live, and I think because I was watching, I a little delayed. It was still going on when I was watching. I was probably about an hour and a half behind both nights. But you guys, what did you guys think of SummerSlam? The matches, your favorites, and then we'll get into a little game I want to play.
Joe needs to go first because you tell everybody how you did your thing because you had a bit of a story with it.
I was on vacation all
Right.
this weekend. I was in Florida and I went radio silence with everything. No social media, no news, nothing.
Right.
Like anytime I got a text message from the TWP group, I gave my phone to my wife to say make sure there's no spoilers. Which
She's proofreading.
Brian, you almost screwed me last night if I didn't pass the phone over.
Right.
Because I didn't see that, but I saw it later.
Dick.
I'm like, oh, you would have, because I just saw so I went radio silence and I watched it. Tuesday night was night 1, Wednesday night was night 2,
Yeah.
and it was all new to me.
That's hard to do.
It was
by the way.
so
it was
hard.
From
but it was
Saturday to Wednesday, like that's a long gap.
Saturday to Tuesday, but Saturday to Wednesday. Yeah, last night I finished it
Right.
Wednesday night at like 11 o'clock is when it all came crashing down. But I avoided everything. Like anyone who sent me a text message, I'm like, I'm on vacation. Don't send me anything. And I had my wife proofread my text messages, which she insulted me on one of the
She so
replies.
did. You think
Yes,
she
she
suck?
did. Yeah, what was it? You sent a message of you
So
were
I
in
went-
Chicago.
So I was in Chicago, and we'll
Right.
get into that a little later, but I
Right.
was at a brewery. I think it was literally called Craft Brewing. And one of the beers was called I Know Joe. Well, I don't like Joe, so sure as hell I'm not buying the beer that says I Know Joe.
Unbelievable.
But I sent it because, that's just what we do.
And I had my
I-
wife
Proofread it. And
She
then
replied.
I didn't even remember the I don't even remember the reply. So why don't you read that for us, Joe?
The reply said, and I quote, "That sounds disgusting. That guy sucks." From my phone.
Classic.
So she's like, I'm really disappointed that the guys didn't realize it was me replying. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But
I just thought you were being funny because you saw your name as the name of a bar
No,
or a beer.
I know it's like I sent it to friends, but like I'm cutting myself off right now because I really enjoyed the PLE both nights. But
Okay.
most people were just like, you let your wife take your phone, and I'm like, what do I have to hide? Like what you guys say?
Right.
Yeah, don't
My
give a shit
my
what we
Wordle
say.
group? Who
Yeah.
cares?
Somehow
Is
it'll
that
be
still
okay.
a thing? Is Wordle still a thing? Or
my
just because
mom
you're a
does it.
nerd teacher?
No, my mom does it every morning because all of her kids live out of state, so she likes to still do it. So we're all still part of
okay.
the family. So it's for her.
All right.
Nice.
So Brian,
Yeah.
let's get
Well,
your
so
SummerSlam thoughts.
I was in Arizona, and so did the show start? Was like at 7 or 6? I think
Six.
Yeah.
6
So that
Eastern,
was
but they had a 3-hour pre-show each night.
right. So yeah,
God.
that was the weird thing
Fuck.
about being West Coast. And Jason, obviously, you lived that life for so long. So yeah,
Yeah.
at like 1:45 in the afternoon, I'm like putting it on, and like. Fiona especially is like, Daddy, you're always watching wrestling.
Sounds
What
like
are
my
you
wife.
doing?
Sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
my
like, that's
wife.
all you do. So I was kind of in and out because we just had plans and everything else. So I caught a little bit each day of Saturday and Sunday, a little bit more on Monday, and actually I ended up watching a match I hadn't seen earlier on Wednesday to kind of finish out my experience with it. So not something I would like to do because obviously I'd love to give it the full attention, but you kind of went bits and pieces is how it all came to me.
Well, what's interesting is both nights got ruined for me because the moment it ended, get your Cody Rhodes new champion t-shirt at WWE Shop. I got the email.
But see, that's where you put your phone off to the
I
side.
know, Joe, but I did not expect the email to come
Right.
through. And I was just like, motherfucker. And then guess what? Sunday, the Beast is back. I'm like, God damn it.
Gotcha
damn
again. No.
Or no, it was Rollins cashes in, Cody
Right.
wins, and then the
right,
Beast
'cause
is
that was
back.
Sunday,
I'm like,
yes.
son of a bitch. Well, anyway, so this is the beginning of what looks like the future of 2-night pay-per-view. So I had an idea. Little game.
so do
Brian.
I.
Brian likes games.
I do.
So
Had to
we
play a
like
game.
beers. We like wrestling. We will pick our Super SummerSlam 6-pack with the matches that happened over the weekend. Now, we can go all 6 at a time. We can rotate. This is not a draft, so we can have dupes. But we'll start with you, Brian. Do you want to go
Okay.
all 6 or one at a time?
Let's
You know
go
what?
all
Let's
6.
just go all 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 6,
I
yeah.
think that'd be a little less confusing.
Yeah,
Now
so,
we're gonna go. My question is: are we going match order? The way you say it is the order of the card. Optional.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
really put it that way, so I'm not too
Right.
worried about that. I'll go first with Dom versus AJ.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. The crowd again just being all for Dom, but
Oof.
the little,
So good.
not even the little, the obvious Eddie Guerrero of like AJ with the tights that matched for the custody battle match from back in
Well,
the day.
Dom's was Ray. Dom's matched Ray, and
Yeah.
he came out with the Rey Mysterio Senior mask on, which was cool too.
That the
The
classic
Styles Heat shirt.
Yeah, Styles Heat, the classic Dom, I'm hitting my opponent with the chair on the mat falling down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
AJ saying, what the F, and putting it on himself and having
With the
ref
leg twitch.
confused.
The leg twitch was
Yeah,
a nice
he
touch.
was doing that. So I was like, that's really, really fun. So that gets a spot for me.
Okay.
Let's go with the triple threat, Naomi, Rhea, Io. Lot of fun. One thing I wanted to point out with Naomi's dad playing the guitar as the entrance.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
Until they said, "Oh, that's her dad," and I was like, "Oh," because I thought the guy from Tool did her music, and I'm like, "He's not
Yeah.
black."
No, no. And I just laughed. I put that on just because of he took a picture backstage. They posted with Rhea and Io,
Yeah.
and Naomi had to reply with like, "You better proceed with caution, Dad," or whatever. So love it. I love all of it. So we'll put that on there. The tag team ladder match was insane. The spot of the week / spot of the year is Ciampa avoiding the ladder spear by pulling himself up.
Insane.
So good.
What? I watched that 5 times. I could not believe I had seen that.
Match, it's when you have like 55 teams in the match. Oh, it was crazy. And the Candice LeRae and
Yep.
All right, so that's 3, Brian.
That's on there. Seth and Punk, very Rocky 4. Very Rocky 4.
Gunther,
Like just
Gunther
getting his...
Punk.
Gunther Punk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You said
Gunther Punk.
Rollins.
Yes. Well, but that's on my list too.
Right.
So okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, Gunther Punk. Yeah, very Rocky 4. Gunther being the shadow of him, Punk with the late comeback. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I got to put Seth and Punk on there. It's not much of a match, but you have to put it on there for just the moment of him dropping the crutches.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was awesome. Really, really well done. And so then that leaves me with Cena and Cody. We could get into maybe more about the John Cena being face now and the heel
But really,
turn.
there's nothing to talk about. I mean, look, we all know everyone hated the heel turn.
Yeah.
It was a nice little touch on Friday that he just basically said the Rock. I bought into the Rock and Travis Scott, and then they went back to their own lives. Nice explanation of why Rock and Scott have not been around.
Yeah,
but it
sucks that that's how it played out. But I get that was the cover. That's what they
It made sense from what we saw at the end of night 2 why they did it that way because of the return. But it reminded me of Brian, you're a Simpsons fan. Poochie went back to his planet.
Right. Whoop. Yeah.
Whoop.
That
was a heel turn.
That's how it was.
Cena as a heel went back to his planet.
Yeah. So we're just gonna we forget all that all happened. But it was a fun
Arlo
match.
Tanzarian.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Please welcome Seymour Skinner. Yeah, but it was a fun match. And Cena was having fun, smiling again, doing that fucking destroyer on the outside. Like, I just started laughing when he did that. I was like, what is going on? So that was great too. So yeah, those are my 6.
All right, I'll go next because this match 100% had to be on my list. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre because 100% celebrities don't lose, Joe. You think I didn't listen last week? I know you don't think it. I don't normally listen, but goddamn it, when you said it and you were wrong again.
But he's on Cody's podcast explaining why.
Doesn't matter. He lost.
He screwed me.
Nope. So that's first for me.
He wanted to lose.
Jelly Roll looked awesome. He did so good. I'm excited to see. I think probably we're going to get Logan versus Jelly Roll in a one-on-one next. Will probably be the way to go. whether that's Survivor Series or whatever. But Jelly Roll really wants to do this, and
You're right.
he's putting all the time in. I've been listening. That Cody interview was good, talking about all the different people that come back after closing hours and people that are putting in the work to help him, and it was really awesome to hear that story. Next up, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. What a great match that was. Another 100% chance that had
God
to be on my
damn you,
super
Joe.
card, boy. So good. so good. I love
At least we knew that was coming, though. Thanks a lot, Joe.
It's thanks to me.
Well, then it's
Sorry, Lyra.
Unbelievable.
Then it's Cody and Cena.
Sure.
The match was really good. I was a little nervous when they went under the ramp, and when he came up holding Cody, and he had that like I got to take a dump face.
Right.
He had the Matt Cardona face, and because Cardona always looks like he's taking a dump when in his photos. And I thought, oh my God, here we go. It was all a ruse,
right?
And then it wasn't. Yep. And then, of course, Brock coming back, which the world's losing their shit over that too. And we're not gonna divulge too much more into that. But that's what is that 3? I really enjoyed the Bronze versus Roman and Jay. I really thought they would let the Bronze win, but I guess whatever. They don't really need the win, obviously, because we found out later in the match. What is that, 3?
That's 4, I think.
Yeah, you have 4.
Well, all right. Number 5, I enjoyed the women's tag match too, the title match, Charlotte and Alexa. Everybody thought, I'm sure, Joe, you thought 100% Charlotte's going to kick her in the face after Alexa punched her in the face. That was a good one. I like the new champs. And then, sadly, Kross and Sami Zayn. I thought it was a good match. I liked that Scarlett threw Sami the pipe.
The pipe.
Getting him to use it. Fortunately, I didn't get that match right in my picks. I really thought it was time for Kross. And we got some Kross news coming up here in a bit. But that's my Super SummerSlam 6-pack. Joe, your turn.
So I matched 3 for each of you guys, but I'm surprised, Jason, you didn't have either title match on your SummerSlam list.
Well, I had Cody Cena.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, when he talked about the Cena coming out from the Cody Vader.
Oh, yeah, okay, you had one.
And Brock and everything.
Yeah.
So I matched all 3. I matched 3 each, but completely different. So starting off the card, I'm going in order. It's going to be Roman J versus the Bronze. Great opener. Got the crowd into it. And Roman even doing the, bring it back. Awesome. Following that up will be the women's triple threat match, Rhea and Io and Naomi. What more can you say about those 3 that we haven't said all year already? Then after that would be, let's slow it down a little bit. Jelly Roll, Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, the celebrity match, which I was wrong about, 100% wrong, but it's because Jelly Roll, they were going to let him win, but he said, no, I don't want to. And good for him.
Because he cares about the business.
Yeah, he cares about the business. Good for him. It wasn't about the celebrity for him. It was about him being able to do it. And, that was his goal, and he did it. And he did really well. And, man, how does someone when they grow up realize, hey, I can jump 18 feet from the top of the rope while slamming 2 primes and landing on someone else? Logan Paul, every SummerSlam, does something to be like,
Mr. SummerSlam
he's
now.
Mr.
I guess
SummerSlam.
so.
He doesn't have to win, but he has a moment.
Well,
you have to have Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
Did you see the clip? He was wearing those meta glasses, so it was a camera.
Mm-hmm.
And him jumping and doing it that was a great shot. I mean, you've seen all the angles now, but yeah, the guy's unreal.
All right. Then following that is going to be so I had 3. And now I got the tag team TLC match. That was nuts. And as much as I love Tommaso Ciampa with his I thought they were going to do the play on Jeff Hardy and Edge, which they tried to, but then Ciampa, student of the game, was like, nope, I'm just going to do a pull-up.
Unreal.
But Candice LeRae, my God. But the best part of that was when she was down on the ground, Johnny Gargano looks over to her and goes, okay, I'm going to go get it. Because
Wade and Cole were talking about that. That's great.
And my wife just went, we would be divorced if you did that. Are you kidding me? I'm like, what? You looked fine.
Yeah.
And then I would have so that's what
5.
I'm at
That's
5.
5.
That's
Yep.
5. And it was Cena and Cody. You got to have the that title match was a bigger story, even though I'm not as big of a fan of the match being like playing 2K and you each loaded up 10 finishers before the match started and you just hit them the entire time. A
Right.
finisher should just finish the match, not 8 AAs and you still don't win the match.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about that. It was about those two beating the crap out of each other in a street fight with no interference. That was the point of the whole thing. Unlike WrestleMania, where we got the stupid interference that ruined the whole ending. And Brock coming out at the end was after the match, not during it. If he
Yes.
would have came out during the match, it would have been WrestleMania all over again, ruined it. So that's my Ultimate SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean,
It
this.
hurt taking off Dom and AJ Styles,
Yeah.
It's
but
fun.
I took them off for Jelly Roll Randy Orton.
Oh, looks like Joe's getting a Jelly Roll WWE shirt in his crate this year at Christmas time.
Oh,
Who's
you
your
ain't nothing
daddy?
but a liar.
Weird that he came out to Who's Your Dad, or I didn't expect that.
Well,
He came out to
I
the
think
Toby Keith song.
I liked it because it's Nashville. It's like Nashville. Well,
It wasn't Nashville.
Even though Toby Keith is from Oklahoma, but it's country music. Toby died a year ago. It would be a
I made
little
it.
bit full of yourself if you're coming out to your own music as a celebrity. He came out to a country song, which had a message. Who's your daddy? So it
John
made sense.
Cena came out to his own song.
But it's a wrestler coming out to a wrestler
Shawn
song.
Michaels,
Shawn Michaels
came
wrestler
out to his own
But
song.
that's different. It's a wrestler doing their song. This would be a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm trying to
doing
think
their
of
own song.
Bad Bunny
other-
came out to his own song.
Oh, there's
Greatest
one.
entrance
See?
of the last 10
that's
years.
true. That's true.
what I
Okay.
was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have
think-
allowed
I think
it.
Jelly Roll seems a little different.
So
That's not wrong. Yes.
So with Kevin not here, we don't have to do the picks. Nobody needs to know how bad I did. So
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do because
No.
Kevin.
Well, hold on. Wait, real quick, before we get to the picks.
Oh, jeez.
Joe on Twitter, once again, I've never been more convinced that John Cena's gonna win. And I said, remember what happened? You did that last time? You're like, this is my redemption. Joe, it's not happening. What do you have to say for yourself?
Never say 100.
What I have to say is I'm the only one who chose the Wyatt Six to win the TLC match. No, what I have to say is if I would have known that Brock was coming back, no, of course I wouldn't have done that. But that's a great thing about this new era of wrestling. It's not as predictable as it used to be. Our percentages of picks from this year to last year completely, like, we are worse this year, except for Jason, because he's actually
better.
He's better because he's like not trying to do the predictable pick. Jason's improving. We're all not. And now back to
I'm just saying.
There's my 100. Oh, I knew you were going to give me crap for it, but
unbelievable. I tried to warn you.
Well, you tried to, but I didn't see it until the next day because I gave my phone to my wife, who saw that instead. I'm like, he almost ruined the entire event for me on night 2, and I worked so hard to stay away from everything. But here are the picks.
Yes,
results.
The picks
after. I'm gonna make this quick. With 29 points, Jason. Then coming up next would be guest picker, who did very well. He had 9 points over the SummerSlam weekend. He tied for first with SummerSlam picks.
Okay. How many points did I have?
Night 2, I know was
did I get
Barbara Ryan.
Did I get 29 right on this weekend?
No, you had 5 points over the weekend. 5 out of 12.
All right.
So you had 5 out of 12. Barbara Ryan got 9 out of 12. So he did very well. The only ones that he got wrong were Motor City Machine Guns, Jade, the Bronze, and Karrion Kross. Let's go here.
Yep.
And then at 39 points, 1 point, the guest picker coming back with 9 points is now 1 point behind me. The only one that I got that no one else got right was the Wyatt Six, but we all never mind.
Brian. Dude, you're being longer than Kevin.
Brian, 41 points. You had
41.
7.
Okay.
You had 7 correct, and you're the only one who took Tiffy to win.
I did. I'll
Yes,
take
good
that
for
one.
you. And in first place with 45 points, 4-point lead, he tied Barbara Ryan with 9 points over the weekend, and that was Kevin.
He's
Kevin's
got
still
a
in the
little
lead. He's
lead. Yeah.
4 points up on you, 4 points up on you, 6 points up on me, 7 points on the guest picker, and 16 points over Jason.
You know, Ryan did really well. Maybe we should give him a show because he knows
the
his
barber
shit.
shop.
Yeah, it
The
comes.
barber
You think about it.
We'll call
You
it.
get your hair cut about once a month. Maybe he does a
Yeah.
once a month thing called the barber shop. We'll have to call his people and see if that's
Well, we did
I
talk.
know,
realistic
yeah.
I
option.
can't believe it was like 18 months since the last time he did.
I
a
know,
guest picker
really.
spot. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I thought you've been on like 4 times already. Nope. He
Yeah,
did
but
so. He
that's
did so
funny.
well. We waited.
Yeah, why? Best things. As I say, best things that come to those who wait.
That's
his
right.
return, and
I think we waited because he does so well with his picks. We want to like have the guest picker be
We need to
further
get
in the
the
back.
picker picks need to be down a little. Yeah.
yeah.
That worked out.
So one of the things that came out of SummerSlam weekend is they are no longer doing the press conferences, and for me personally, I think the post show is better than the press conference because they don't bring real journalists. They bring YouTubers and influencers, but they're not asking real questions. And I know there are people that think it's funny with the Waffle House order.
No.
Or do you want
Who
to
are
wrestle
these
Taylor
people?
Swift at WrestleMania?
Oh, that was the worst.
Like those things
hated that
bother
so
me.
much.
I know they
Yeah.
don't bother everyone, but they do not bother me. So
They bothered me.
the highlight for me of the post show was the crowd kept chanting, "We want Kross," and Triple H looked at him and goes, "Well, you got him. Brock came back. He's
Right.
here." And people were like, he misheard. He didn't know what didn't know. Fuck that shit. He knew what they were saying. He is a goddamn genius. Triple H is the fucking man. But I do think the post shows are better than press conferences. Brian, we'll start with you. Thoughts on no pressers? And are the post shows better than a press conference?
I think they are. Yeah, because it was just I love the idea of the press conferences at the start. You mentioned the questions that would just make me roll my eyes like, what the F are we doing? And I think that was it, that really other than the Triple H part at the end, everybody else, you don't know if they're in character or they're talking, just as a performer, as the person that they are. So it never clicked. It was always like very weird how it would go. Although John Cena at Elimination Chamber. John Cena's had 2 good ones. The first one where he just came out after the heel turn and just picked up the mic and dropped it. That was classic. A classic press conference moment.
That was Elimination Chamber, yeah.
Yeah, and that one, and then
He beat the shit out of R-Truth.
Was it? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I was gonna say, was it WrestleMania or what press conference that he did like every question? That's a clickbait question. Let's do better.
That was WrestleMania.
Was that WrestleMania? Okay, so yeah, those are my favorites there. But yeah, really, other than the Triple H one, where he's actually giving the we did this amount of business and talking more about performers themselves. Other than that, they lost my interest in them. So the post shows are fine. It's cool having the crowd out there to, like you said, the "We Want Kross" chant and having the team on the panel react to those sort of things. I'm fine moving forward with it.
Before we go to you, Joe, do you remember when everyone actually acted like they cared about R-Truth? I remember, because no one has said a word about that dude in a month and a half. You're all fucking fake.
He's got a job. That's all that matters.
That's all we wanted. I actually talked about that this morning. It's like, well, I was asked the question. It's like, well, where's R-Truth? Why wasn't he at SummerSlam? Like, we didn't care if he was at SummerSlam. We just wanted him to still be an employee.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep, that was my
R-Truth just needs to be employed by WWE. That's it. If he's not, then it just makes you feel sad because he put in the time, he put in the effort, he put in the work, and he's a person on the employee roster in case of emergency break glass. You need something that shouldn't work to work. You put R-Truth in there.
Well, he was on SmackDown recently, but where's the outrage? Why isn't he on every week? Everybody loves R-Truth. He needs to be on TV, and now we ain't heard a word from those fucking For You people.
I think I'm with Joe. It was just he needed to be back on the company.
Yeah,
that was the biggest thing. It was like Not so much that he was released. To me, it was always all the other wrestlers that like were like, "Oh my God, you are my favorite guy backstage. We're gonna miss you so much." Like Rhea or whoever, like wearing his shirt on Monday. Like it was just like for the morale of the
Yeah.
company, get him a job back. And yeah, like Joe said, he'll pop in here. He'll be gone for like 4 months. He'll pop back in, and
He's a
whatever.
guy
It is what
that
it is.
can just walk around when it's a big event like SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, or WrestleMania, and just like take pictures with fans, and it gives them an experience to feel like that they're part of it. Tozawa does that stuff too. Like I don't want him to leave either, because it's like knowing he's there makes me happy.
Yeah,
All right. I just,
fair enough.
I saw that online. I was just like, shut up. Joe, no
Press
press
conference.
conferences.
Not needed, because as much as like we want to like think that this is like legitimate, it's still a show, and the press conferences towards the end just felt like they were just in character, like it was a continuation
Right.
of the stories. Why not just do it at the post show where the
Yep.
fans are in the background? I hated the fake reporters questions, the questions. I hated all of that. I just didn't watch it. I didn't care. The only highlights of press conferences for me through all the times that they did it and the few times I watched, after Cody and Jey Uso won the tag titles,
They
and
got
Jey
wasted.
Uso was wasted, just go yeet, just like every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
answer. That was classic, but we would never see that again. And uh, I think the other one would just be John Cena throwing R-Truth through the table. Ron, like I'm serious, like don't Ron, like what
Ron, yeah.
Ron, and then just like boom, threw him in the table.
I
So
think it's
other
for
than
the
that,
it's for the better.
It is.
I mean,
Agreed.
I
I know what they
the
were trying, but we don't need another, like AEW
let
can go
AEW
away
do it.
too. But
Let
they
it be
can
their
go away
thing.
too.
Yeah, they're fine because they're I mean they cater to the YouTubers and influencers too.
That's
But
true. Okay, let them have their thing
yeah,
then.
so this is the first time I've been on the show since Hulk Hogan passed away. His funeral was on Wednesday. Um, then Brooke Hogan called Bubba the Love Sponge.
Right.
And I watched that. And it was interesting that, you know, Hogan, I guess, forgave Bubba that it wasn't him that put the sex tape out, that it was one of Bubba's employees. And Brooke was talking about that. And Brooke was also talking about, how, when he got divorced from his other second wife, Jen, that's when things started to go downhill. Brooke has a couple kids now, married a hockey player, and Hulk Hogan never got to see his grandkids. If you should go out of your way to see this Brooke Hogan Bubba the Love Sponge thing. It's on Bubba's YouTube channel. We're also getting a TMZ special next Tuesday where Vince McMahon will speak. That's interesting. Vince McMahon was at the funeral this week, amongst many, many, many people. But this is the first time I've been on the show since Hogan passed away. You guys did a great job. Having Blake in from Sports Illustrated was a great touch. Poor Kev. And
I know.
He got his thing in and he was out.
Yeah. So I recorded a show. I literally got home Thursday from work and I just hit record. And I didn't post it because I kind of just was all over the place. There was really no format or anything. But, I've talked about my elevator story with Hulk Hogan. I didn't know what to say. That 10 seconds. And I just said, thanks for coming in, because he was promoting Slammiversary at the radio station I was working at in Dallas. My first exposure to Hogan was the action figure, the LJN, which LJNs are coming back. They announced that at San Diego Comic-Con, and Hogan was not in the original run, the original 4. And then they made Hogan a Target exclusive pre-order. All the pre-orders are sold out except for Logan Paul, which is kind of funny. But the Hogan stuff, look, we all know what he became and who he was. But for me personally, I can separate the art from the person. I still listen to R. Kelly's music. I still listen to Diddy's music. They're terrible human beings. And I'm sure 90% of the artists that I listen to in rock, rap, country, all the other formats that there are have done horrible things. But I don't know that. And even if I did know, like I said, I may not like them personally, but their art is really good. And what Hogan gave me, you guys, the world, I mean, without him, none of us exist. Like, we're not here doing this right now. There's no podcast. I don't have all this shit in my room that's WWE and wrestling stuff. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. Literally when I saw that in the morning, I'm like, holy shit. I sent it to everybody I knew. Because, sometime, there was that hoax about a month ago that Bubba said he was on his deathbed. Little did we know that, it was for real. Now, there was a report of leukemia, but Brooke said there's been no autopsy. He has not been cremated yet, and she would be willing to pay for the autopsy. So this is the stuff that, like, I don't want to hear. I mean, the man's gone.
Right.
And
to go with the whole leukemia thing, you don't die from leukemia. You die from like something else. Leukemia is just a disease you have. Like my dad, like the way Hogan passed away was very similar to the way my dad did. He had a surgery, they found it, and then like 6 weeks later he passed away. It was like that quick, if you guys remember that. But he didn't die from leukemia. He died from organ failure or a heart attack. That's what you pass away from. So the autopsy would be correct that Hogan didn't die, like he wouldn't have died from leukemia. He had it. It was the leukemia that caused his heart to fail or his kidneys to fail or his like livers to, like whatever. It's like that's what you pass away from, not the actual disease. Is from what I've gathered of that because it was very similar to the way my dad passed away.
And Brian, I know you said you watched Rock Hogan a few times. That's your favorite match of all time. I watched a lot of just randoms. I watched Hogan versus Sheik. I've watched there was just a random playlist on WWE Vault that we talked. They just kept running the random stuff. If you go to Peacock while it's still there, they put the Coliseum videos on to Peacock. And those are the most fun because it literally was just random compilations that were put onto VHS tapes that we would go rent at like Joe's Video or Family Dollar or Family Video or Blockbuster or whatever. So I think there's 2 Hogan ones on there. They also put the Hogan DVD compilations like the Unreleased and then the Hulk Still Rules. I've got the whatchamacallit. I have the TNA Best of Hulk Hogan.
Oh, wow. How long is that? 30 minutes of runtime or what?
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more promos than.
Okay, that's probably better for that.
Yeah, so I mean, it sucks. I mean, look, nobody would have thought Ric Flair would outlive Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, wow, man.
It is. I texted you guys, and I think for that, having the Pro Wrestling 24/7 on Sirius, that was a good. I mean, we needed that because they talked about it all day. They did a special show at 4:00 La Greca, and like normally we'd have to wait till the next morning. Like that's like us. Like you guys jumped on and did something that day.
Yeah.
I recorded something that night, and I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day. Maybe next year or
maybe like on his anniversary of his passing. Maybe.
Yeah,
or TWP, the lost tapes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean.
Right.
We could have last week's video that Brian fucked up and deleted.
Oh, there it is. I was waiting for that. Damn.
Yeah, I mean.
And why do you got to be a jinx for other people's shows too, Brian?
Yeah, I know. I was on the NXT with Najee pod last week, and he was having camera issues for some reason. He's like, I don't know why this is happening.
Because of you.
It's because of Brian.
I got to do the EO Sky thing.
Hey, it was you.
Fucking up the camera. Look at this guy.
So, moving
Unreal,
on,
Brian, unreal.
We will talk about Unreal.
Unreal.
Well, let's get into Unreal since we didn't. I haven't been around to talk about it.
Well, Joe doesn't watch.
What?
I don't watch.
Joe doesn't watch. He's it's like a soft boycott, I guess, Joe.
It's
not like you're angry, but you're like
I'm not angry. It's a soft boycott. I don't care. I don't want to know what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm also not old man yelling at cloud saying it's going to ruin the business. If you want to watch it, be my guest, but
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
think we should talk about it because who cares? It's behind the scenes stuff.
All right, then I'll call a vote. Everything's a majority on this show. It's always, the majority vote. So I vote yes. Joe votes no that we talk about Unreal. What about you, Brian? Where are you at on this?
I'll vote no under the pretense
What?
that because I've only gotten through almost episode 1. I think there's 5 episodes, right?
All right. Well,
So I want to, what I've seen, I've enjoyed, but I'm not
Okay.
nearly. Did you watch all 5? Or
of course. Come on
Of course
now.
he did.
Okay,
Of course he
Of course
so
I did. So
if we can
like,
give
here's-
it one
here's-
more week, I'm sure we'll be all caught up.
okay.
Here's the thing about Unreal. And I'm just going to say, like, if you want to talk about it, at least it's things that happened 6 months ago that doesn't
Exactly.
affect today's product. So I'm going to change my vote.
Oh my.
You can talk about it. I just it doesn't. I'm just not joining
Oh,
in
I see.
because
If you
I
need
don't
to take
care.
a week off, Joe, I mean, you're more than welcome to sit out a week. I
This
mean,
is just your.
if you want to leave now, go right ahead. No one's going to miss you. So whatever. But that's fine. We will not talk about Unreal, but we will talk about
Because
Karrion
Kevin's not
Kross.
here. Kevin's not here, so it's not fair for him to
All
not
right.
have a vote.
Yeah,
I'm looking out for you, Kevin.
Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Rumor that him and Scarlett's contract expires this weekend. Do you believe that they have not re-signed? Because I strongly think they've re-signed. They've helped promote his book. They gave him new merch. He's been on 2 PLEs in a row, even though he's lost both times. Do you guys think Scarlett and Kross have re-signed?
I did not up until like 3-4 hours ago. There was a report of we know he's been offered a contract.
Okay.
Up until then, with the result of the SummerSlam match and that he wasn't on Raw, I was like, I think they're letting them go. And it feels like a big mistake just because of the crowd support for him. It's a very weird position. I'm now kind of like 50-50 that maybe he has resigned. But if we would have recorded on Wednesday night, I'd say like, no, I think he's going to be free and he's going to pop up in GCW next week.
Joe.
I'm a jinx no matter what I say.
Yes,
so let's
you are.
let's go with.
Give us a percentage, Joe. We'd love to do that and be wrong.
Well, you know what? If,
Brutal.
For the fact that it's like I like the guy, I'm going to say he is 100% not re-signed. See what I did there?
It's the reverse jinx. I got
Yes.
it.
So he is 100% not re-signed, and we wish him the best of luck on his future endeavors. Wink.
All right. Well, I guess we will find out. But
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Jay? Because like
I
you're the
think that
biggest
they've
Kross
resigned.
supporter.
I think they've resigned.
You think they have resigned? Okay.
It does
I really
nothing.
hope so.
It does nothing for them to talk about their contract status. It gets crowds chanting, "We want Kross." It gets people buying the shirts. If they let him go, I ain't doing it this time because there's a really good chance he would leave.
I
Don't
did
put
say
your-
100%.
Don't put your
I
career on the
am
line
not
again.
putting my spot up on that.
No,
So
no.
I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But look, I don't want to see him in AEW. I don't. And he ruled TNA for a long time, so he did some stuff there. But he'd be great in
Yeah.
Japan. He'd be great in Mexico. But I think he's going to be back bigger than ever.
And that's the thing, man. Like I was thinking about this again up until when this report came out. Like it's a short list of guys and girls who've left WWE that if they don't end up in AEW, it's a short list of people who have still found success. Matt Cardona comes to mind, and I'm sure there's a couple others out there.
Shotzi.
Shotzi's doing good on the indies. Mustafa Ali and TNA is doing okay. It's not a long list, and I would think he would be on that list just based on the crowd stuff. And it's just like I don't have like a favorite Karrion Kross match. It's not so much that he like puts on the best matches, but there's something about the character and just how he does his promos. It comes across really, really well that you want to see more of this guy. So I'd be really curious how it plays out for him, because I think there's something going on. There's definitely a groundswell of support behind this guy. And if he is allowed to be a free agent, I'll be really curious where it goes for him.
Look, this is Steve Austin. This is Daniel Bryan. This is, the crowd really trying to dictate how this is going to go. And everybody wants him. I lucked out living in LA. I got to watch him on some of the LA indies, Lucha Underground. Like, I saw some cool shit that will never be seen in the light of day. And it was well before this podcast, so it's not even like I have footage of it anywhere. But this is a guy that I am not one to toot my own horn, but I've been on the train since day one.
You have been. You've been driving the train.
That NXT entrance was unreal. And now we're getting a little bit of it. It's not on TV, but the in-arena people are getting to see this entrance a little scaled down compared to what it was before. But yeah, so I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out was he a Raw or SmackDown
He
guy?
was not. He was a Raw guy, and he wasn't on Monday. And so
they weren't there. So
and that's the thing.
Maybe he shows up on SmackDown tonight if you're listening on Friday.
Right. Entirely possible. And that's the thing, just, with this Sami feud. Sami Zayn is a baby face that the crowd really gets behind. That SummerSlam match, it was 50-50 at best, right? And when Sami won, that was not some big pop. You could tell people in the crowd were like, I want Kross to win. It just seems to me like all signs point to like WWE would be stupid not to offer them a contract and get them to re-sign. We'll see.
For me, it's just like this. He has the look,
correct,
and the speech and the everything of what a professional wrestler should be.
It's the airport test.
Yeah, like if you just see him in there, you just know he's a professional wrestler. That's what he is, and he also loves his job. From all the interviews and everything that he's doing lately, going on like Busted Open, being more social on social media, he respects his character, but also like everything about him screams professional wrestler. So it would be really silly for them to not re-sign him.
Yeah.
But they are also a business, and it's not like they're hurting for talent. That's the thing too. It's like, as much as we like him, it's like Punk's pipe bomb in 2011. He's just another spoke on the wheel.
Well, remember when he got let go, Triple H brought him back the night when all the big shit happened.
Right.
He came back and attacked Drew McIntyre. So he's a Triple H guy. So it'll be interesting.
He is.
It'll be interesting to see how it all goes down. Maybe tonight on SmackDown or Monday on Raw. So I was not here last week, and normally I don't get too much into what I do on my own time, but we posted some stuff online. I was at the National Sports Collectors Convention in Rosemont, Illinois last week. It is the San Diego Comic-Con of sports collector shows. It's, the Super Bowl of sports collecting. Anything and everything you could think of is there. They have a lot of big signings as well. I mean, Tom Brady was there. He didn't sign, but Tom Brady's getting into trading cards now. Card Vault by Tom Brady. Gronk was there. Legends like Dwight Gooden, Michael Vick, Marv Levy, 100 years old.
Oh my God, he was there?
Signing at 100 years old.
Because I saw it was his birthday the other day. Yeah. That's crazy.
So, I mean, anybody and everybody in the sports world is there. Now, of course, Fanatics Fest was a couple months ago, and, a lot of people thought Fanatics Fest would take a lot out of the National. Fanatics Fest is more about experiences and meet and greets and autograph signing and stuff like that. And while that is at the National, this place is these card ripping packs. People do this stuff online. The sets that these people were building are better than some of our apartments. Definitely better than Brian's in Lansing back in the day.
Shout out to Whispering Pines. Yes.
So as it tends to be on this
No
show.
Demoki Trail for life.
There was a lot of wrestling stuff there. Of course, Hogan had died on that Thursday, the week before, and
Yep.
there was a booth over the way that kept playing Real American over and over again.
Oh my God.
And there's
That's
something
awesome.
about that song, man. It just gives you the chills and gets you pumped up. But as we always do on this show, when I go to something where there's wrestling merch, how much money did I spend on wrestling merch at the National? Brian, you can go first.
Okay, so this hinges on a picture that you sent of a certain really tall white basketball player that
No, just wrestling stuff, not
okay,
just
or
wrestling.
Not the Sean Bradley picture.
Yes,
Not the Sean Bradley picture.
All right, yeah. I don't know if you bought that for real or where that was
behind
going.
the computer here. So
okay, oh my God, he did. Okay,
he needs to look at Sean Bradley.
You doubted my
show.
Rebecca Lobo jersey, and it's
I
right
did.
there.
I believe you. I believe you. Just funny that it's actually a thing. I'll go with $297.
Okay.
Almost the price of a whole year of the ESPN Direct app for a year subscription.
Well, I'm pretty fucking good because I did not buy that Sean Bradley picture. You actually believe that I did.
Oh, so good. I'm glad.
Joe, how much did I spend on wrestling merch at the National?
$400.
Wow. I spent $0 on wrestling shit at the National.
What fun is that?
I bought sports stuff. I bought a Tim Tebow autograph jersey. I bought a Johnny Manziel autograph jersey.
Why?
I spent I bought a Jose Canseco autograph jersey.
Nice.
Are you starting a Hall of Shame?
No,
is that what's going on right now?
It's the Jason 30 for 30 collection of what happened.
Well, Jose Canseco was my favorite as a kid, and I had never seen. But Fitterman, the Fitterman Sports Group, they had a lot of cool shit this year. They had a lot of wrestling stuff too, but I've held off on that.
Is the Steeler fan in you buying the Johnny Manziel? You guys suck. Is that why you bought the Johnny Manziel jersey?
No, I'm Brian can attest.
I can remember him like they always had a curiosity of Manziel. Like, you think the Steelers will take him?
I was
like, what?
I was sitting at the bar at Red Dogs watching that draft, and I texted Brian, and Manziel was available when the Steelers picked him. I'm like, they're gonna pick him. They're gonna take him. And they didn't.
I think my response was, "You're fucking high."
Yeah, no, I wasn't doing drugs then.
Right, this is before edibles were legal.
He probably was.
Yes, Manziel was high. Yes, I typo there.
Yeah, and then there was a booth that had jerseys, pretty discounted. You guys know I like jerseys. I collect jerseys. I bought a Chicago White Sox jersey that's the red, white, and blue where it said Sox across the front.
Oh, I love those.
Got that
mid
70s, 80s.
Yeah, but it was a Nike reissue, so it was cool about that.
That's cool.
And then Joe, my nephew, is a Lions fan, and I bought. So he likes St. Brown, and
who doesn't?
They had St. Brown, but I wanted to buy him 2 jerseys because. I mean, you guys know I'm great with gift giving.
You're the gift giver.
Yeah, so I grabbed him a St. Brown jersey and I grabbed him a Gibbs jersey. Now my sister-in-law was like, he's between a small and a medium.
Which Gibbs?
26.
That's his old number.
Whatever.
Okay,
it's a throwback.
He changed it to 0.
Okay, well,
throwback jersey.
Yeah, throwback jersey. Well, then when I got back to my room to empty my bag, I bought 2 Gibbs jerseys, one small, one medium. So my nephew will have jerseys for a while, or he can give it to his sister or whatever. But yeah, so like I don't need the wrestling stuff. Now that Raw's War video game framed photo, I almost bought for $200, but yeah, I just wanted to throw you guys a curveball. But the National is something that if you can go. It's in Detroit in 28, so. Maybe we'll all road trip to that.
Oh, hell yeah.
It'll probably be,
Brian a big road trip.
I'm all about it.
It's going to be, I think, at Kobo.
Sure.
Where they do the auto show. So,
makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. And, like I said, the National's been, is my 3rd one that I've been to.
And how was the mac and cheese bar?
so good. I had it every day.
All right.
Every
Darren
day.
Ravel tweeted that, and I was
Yeah.
like, Jay, look for the mac and cheese. You were like, I just walked by it.
I did. Yeah. So it's so the way, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You pick your noodles, you pick your cheese, and you pick your toppings. And I legit had it every day. It was so good.
That's great.
It was so good. Mac and cheese bar. I also discovered, and I don't know if you guys know what this is. I'm sure you will, Joe. I'm guessing your wife's super healthy, so maybe not. Not that your wife isn't, Brian, but the way I said that.
Right.
Nothing but cakes.
Yes.
Yes, I've
I had those for the first time. And then, like, the last 3 days, I had one every day. I was just
wow.
This is really good. It was the white chocolate and raspberry. So good.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I found out they're everywhere. So nothing but cakes and the mac and cheese bar. It is back in Rosemont, Illinois next year. Hopefully I'll get to go again. And hopefully the mac and cheese bar will return. I did not run into Darren Ravel, and I would have told him I bought that ring. And
I
didn't read the description. So, but that's about it for this week. Kevin will be back next week. Check the socials at That WrestlePod to see the pictures of the wrestling stuff that I did see and did not buy. I think I'm growing up, really.
Yeah, proud of you, man.
Old me would have been like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
There's still a little space on that wall behind you. You could have put.
I know. I got something planned for that wall too.
Okay,
but
exactly.
Anyway,
Something will fill
yeah. So it's at That WrestlePod on the socials. ThatWrestlePod@gmail.com is email, and of course our YouTube channel at That Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe, like, tell us what you think, tell us what you don't think, or what we don't think. I don't know, Brian. I'm never good at this close, but anyway, we will talk to you next week on That Wrestling Podcast. And remember, wherever you are, just enjoy wrestling.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow at That WrestlePod on social media.